Hello, and welcome to Macbeth. Please take this time to silence your cell phones and identify the emergency exit, located at the back left of the theater, the same door from whence you came. Please keep all of your personal items clear from the aisles, as actors will be moving throughout the space. Beware, this show contains graphic depictions of violence against children, blood, and death. There's also the use of flashing lights, loud sudden sounds, and a fog machine. Enjoy the show, and don't forget to tip the porter.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. Of the western isles of kerns and gallows glasses is supplied, and fortune upon his damned coral smiling showed like a rebel's horn. But all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smote with bloody execution like Valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the names of the chops and fixed his head upon our battlements. But I am faint. My gaseous crying for help.
So all thy words become these thy words. They smack of honor both. Go, get him surgeons. Who comes here? The worthy Thane Ross.
What a haste looks through his eyes. So should he look, but seems to speak things strange.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where Norwayan banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible number, assisted by that most disloyal traitor Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom came and curbed his lavish spirit. So victory fell upon us.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death. And with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been?
but in the sea, off to the sail, and like a rat without a tail. I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wing.
Lord God.
And I another.
Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb. Racked as homeward he did come.
A drum, Macbeth doth come.
The weird sisters hand in hand, boasters of the sea and land, thus to go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up nine. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is it called to forest? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth. You seem to understand me, by each at once her choppy finger laying upon a skinny lip.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
Oh, hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
Oh, hail Macbeth, that shall be king hereafter!
Good sir, well, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are you fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly you show? My noble partner, you breathe present grace and great prediction. To me you speak not. If you can look into the siege of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fears your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail!
Lesser than Macbeth and greater!
Not so happy, yet much happier!
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you!
The earth hath bubbles, as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
What seems corporal melted, as breath into wind. Would they had stayed. Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king!
And Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so.
The self-same tune and words. Who's there?
The king hath happily received Macbeth news of thy success, and his wonders and praises do contend whether should be thine or his. I've been sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, and in earnest of a greater honor he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, which in addition hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
But can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was Thane of Cawdor lives, that under heavy judgment bears that life he deserves to lose. His treasons, capital, confessed, and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope that your children shall be kings? When those that gave me the Thane of Cawdor promised no less to them.
That trusted home might yet enkindle you and to the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange. And oftentimes, to win us to our harms, the instruments of darkness tell us truths. Win us with honest trifles that do a traced and deepest consequence. Cousin, a word, I pray.
The supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why have they given me earnest of success commencing in the truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings.
my thought, whose murder is yet but fantastical shakes, so that my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not. If chance shall have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir. Come what come may, time and hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay at your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Let us to the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and in the interim, having waited, let us speak our free hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Till then enough. Come, friends.
Execution done on Cawdor!
My liege, I've spoken to one who saw him die, who did report that he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in the life became him as the leaving it. He died as one that had been studied in his death, to throw away the dearest thing he owes for a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Only I have left to say, more is thy due, and more than all can pay.
The service and loyalty I owe, in doing it, pays itself.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, thou hast no less deserved, nor must be said no less to have done so. Well, let me enfold thee, and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know that we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. Hence to Inverness. And bind us further to you.
The rest is labor which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So, humbly take my leave.
Worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland! That is the step on which I must fall down or else o'erleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with, "Hail, king that shalt be!" This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightest not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness has promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Cloms thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature, it is too full the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it.
What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou wholly, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou wouldst have great gloms, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do than wishest should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it is not thy Mr. Wickham, who were so would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true, our Thane is coming. One of my fellows caught the speed of him, who almost dead for breath, and scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Great clams, worthy Cawdor, and greater than both by the all-hailed hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sunlit morrow see. Your face, my fame, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. Ooh, the air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself. See, our honored hostess.
All our service, in every point twice done and then done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honors deep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house.
There's a thing Cawdor. We coursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, helped him to his home before us. Fair, noble hostess, we are your guest tonight.
Your servants have ever set theirs themselves and what is theirs in common.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, and for whether we're done quickly, if the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his Sir Key's success, but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here upon this bank and shoal in time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we would teach bloody instructions which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. His virtues will plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, their tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, only vaulting ambition which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, what news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
He asked for me.
No, you not. He has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk where you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since and wasted now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own acting valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait what I would?
I dare do all who may become a man, who dares do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you are a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nibble from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out had I so sworn as you have done to this.
But if we should fail?
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, his two chamberlains will I with much wine so convince that memory shall be a fume. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in a death, what cannot we perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers who shall bear the guilt?
Will it not be received? We have marked with blood those sleepy two of his chamber with their very daggers that they have done it.
Who dares receive it other when we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bent up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. The false face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not yet heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
I take it 'tis later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Here, take thee that too. Oh, the heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Give me my sword. Who's there?
Oh, friend!
Good sir. Not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been an unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamonds he greets your wife withal, in the name of most kind hostess, and set up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, I will become the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, would we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent, when 'tis it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, and keep my bosom franchised and allegiance clear, I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
The like to you, sir. Good night.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou a dagger of the mind? a false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain. I see thee still, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalst me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and upon thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now o'er the one-half world, nature seems dead. Wicked dreams abuse curtain sleep. Witchcraft celebrates hail Hecate's offerings, and withered murder moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts and take the present horror of the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. My torment is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked. The fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night, he is about it. The doors are open and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores.
Who's there? What? Ah!
Alack, I am afraid I am awake and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds those. Hark, I laid your daggers ready, you could not miss them.
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
Aye.
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Aye.
This is a sorry sight.
Foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh and sleep, and one cried, murder! That they did wake each other. I stood and heard them. They did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep. One cried, Amen. And God bless us, the other, as they had seen me with these hangman's hands. Listening to fear, I could not say Amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could not I pronounce Amen? I had most need of blessing, and Amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
I thought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth, does murder sleep? The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleep of care. The death of each day's life, sore labor's bath. A balm of our minds, great naked, seven-course, chief nourisher, and life's feast.
What do you mean?
But still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Connor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain sickly of things. Go, get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
I will go no more. I'm afraid to think what I've done. Oh, the gaunt again I dare not.
Infirm of purpose, give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If you do bleed, I'll kill the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me that every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Oh, they block out mine eyes! Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hands? No, this my hand will rather the multitudinous seas in Carnadine, making the green one red.
My hands were of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chambers. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Oh, wait, Duncan, with thy knocking, I would thou couldst.
Here's a knocking indeed. Oh, the man, porter of hell gate, he should have all turning the key. Hey, knock, knock, knock. That in the name of the elf, father. Oh, here is a farmer who hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Oh. Come in time. Have napkins enough about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. Hey, knock, knock. Who's there? Faith, Faith. Here is an English tailor. Come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Well, come in, tailor. Here, you may roast your goose. And knock, knock. Never act quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. Oh, devil porter it no further. I have thought to have let in some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon. I pray you. Remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Faith, sir. We were carousing till the second cock, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
Oh, what three things does drink especially provoke?
Oh, maybe, sir. Nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir. It provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It puts him on and takes him off. It persuades him and disheartens him. Makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, it equivocates him in a sleep and, giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
Well, that it did, sir. In the very throat of me. But I requited him his lie, and I think being too strong, though he took up my legs sometimes. Yeah, I made a shift to cast him.
Is thy master stirring?
Our knocking has awakened him.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Here he comes!
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him, and I've almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The Leber we delight in physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, lamenting's heard. If the air, strange screams of death and prophesizing, the accents terrible, dire combustion and confused events. You hatched it to the woeful time.
'Twas a rough night.
A young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror! 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 Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion hath now made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke out the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
Well, what is it you say, the life?
Will you, his majesty?
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with a new Gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See and speak yourself. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo! Malcolm, Donalbain! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself. Up! Up and see the breakthrough's image! Malcolm! Banquo! As from your graves rise up, and walk like sprites to countenance this horror. Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house?
Speak, speak! Gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Banquo! Banquo! Our royal master is murdered.
Woe! Alas, what in our house?
Fool anywhere! You're deaf, I prithee! Contradict thyself, say it is not so!
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed life. From this moment on, there's nothing serious in mortality. Renown and grace is dead.
What is amiss?
You are, and don't know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father is murdered.
By whom?
Those of this chamber, I think, had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood, and so were their daggers, which unlike we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Yet I do repent me of my fury, that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, furious, loyal, neutral in the moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outran the pauser, the reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with golden blood. His stabbed gashes looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. And there the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly brooched with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make love known?
Help me, Hans. Oh,
Lady! When we have our naked frailties hid that suffer an exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fear and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and from thence, against this undivulged pretense, I fight of treasonous malice.
So do I.
Come, let us briefly put on manly readiness, and meet in the hall together.
Why do we hold our tongues? That most may claim this argument for ours.
What should be spoken here, where our fate hid in an augur hole may rush and seize us? Let's away. Our tears are not yet brewed.
What will you do? Let's not consult with them. I'll to England.
To Ireland shall I. Our separated fortune shall keep us both at the safer. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse, and let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself when there's no mercy left.
Threescore-and-10 I can remember well, in which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange. But this sore night hath trifled former knowings.
Good father, thou seest the heavens, which troubled by man's act threatens his bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, and yet dark night strangles the traveling lamp. Is it night's predominance, or day's shame? That darkness does the face of earth in two, when living light should kiss it.
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done. On Tuesday last, a falcon towering in her pride of place was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed.
And Duncan's horses, thing most strange, uncertain, beauteous and swift, the minions of their race, turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contenting against obedience, as if they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they ate each other.
They did so, to the amazement of mine eyes. Here comes the good Macduff. How goes the world, sir? Now,
Why, see you not?
is it known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day, what good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, have stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still. It's most likely sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He has already been named, and gone to Scone to be invested.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin, I'll to Fife.
Well, I'll thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu. May our old robe sit easier than our new.
Farewell, Father.
God's medicine go with you, and those that would make good of bad, and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now? King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised, and I fear thou placed most foully for it. Yet it was said, it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there comes truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why, by the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope that I should know more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight, we hold a solemn supper, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with the most indissoluble tie, forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon.
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice in this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far as we'll take the time betwixt this and supper.
Fail not our feast.
I will not, my good lord.
We should have else desired. We or our cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their ears with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have cause of state craving us jointly. Hie you to your horse. Adieu, till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish your horse is swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. Until then, God be with you. Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing than to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. He chid the sisters when first they placed the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then prophet-like they hailed him, father to a line of kings, placed a fruitless crown upon my head. Barren scepter in my grasp, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For them the gracious Duncan have I murdered, only for them. And mine eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seeds of Banquo kings! Who's there? Go, wait by the door till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well then, have you considered any of my speeches? Know that it was Banquo, in times past, who held you so under fortune which you had thought been ourself.
You made it known to us.
I did so and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you could let this go? Are you so gospel to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue you go for men. As mongrels, spaniels, curs are clept all by the name of dogs, and so of men. Now if you have a station in the file, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put this business to your bosom, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart and love of us who wear our health but sickly in life, which in his death were perfect.
I won, my liege.
And I another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid on it.
Both of you know, Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine, and in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrusts against my nearest of life. And though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my side and bid my will about it, yet I must not. For certain friends that are his are mine, who but wail his fall, who I myself struck down. Thence it is to your assistance do I make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
So our lives...
Your spirits shine through you. Within an hour at most, I will advise you where to plant yourselves, and with him, to leave no rubs, nor botches in the work. His son, Fleance, which keeps them company, whose absence is no less material to me than that of the father, must embrace the same fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourself to part. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll call upon you straight. Abide within. It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight. If it find heaven, it must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Not had. All spent where our desire is God without content. 'Tis safer to be that which would destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone the sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died before they think on? What is done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the world suffer, ere we will eat our meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we to gain our peace have sent to peace, and then on to the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Neither steel nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on, gentle my lord, sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I, love, and so I pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams and make our faces visards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
How full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife! May Cornus Fleance live.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. The light thickens. The crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, whilst night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelst at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make themselves strong by ill. So prithee go with me.
Since he delivers our offices, what we have to do to the direction just.
Then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the laden traveler apace to gain the timely inn, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark! I hear horses!
Give us the light there! Oh! Then it is he.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile. But he does usually as all men do, from hence to the palace gate making their walk.
A light, a light!
Tis he.
Stand to it.
Rain tonight?
Let it come down!
Treachery! Oh! Fly, fly, fly! Oh! 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 Who did strike out the light?
Was it not the way?
It's but one town, the sun is fled.
We have lost best half of our affair!
Well, that's a way. Let's see how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks, your majesty!
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps in her state, but at best time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
See they encounter thee with their heart's thanks. Both sides are even. Here, I'll sit in the midst.
There's blood upon thy face! His banquo's thin.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. It is good that did the life for flails. If thou didst it, thou art the non-peril.
Most royal sir, Leon's escaped.
Here comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, pounded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. But now I'm cabin cribbed, confined in saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo safe.
Aye, my lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenchant gashes in his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature in it, will time better breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone! We'll hear ourselves again tomorrow.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Good digestion weighed on appetite and health on both.
May it please your highness, sit.
Here had we our country's honor roofed, were that the graced person of our Banquo present. Who may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance?
His absence, sir, does lay blame upon his promise. Please your highness to sit and grace us with your royal company.
Well, the table's full.
Here is a seat reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me!
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well. Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. Man.
I am a bold one, and dare look upon that which might appall the devil!
Proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire authorized by her grandam. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces when all is done? You look but on a stool.
Oh, prithee, see there! Behold, look! How say you? What care I, if thou canst not speak to? Charnel houses and our graves must send those that we bury back. Our monument shall be the moth of kites.
What, quite a man in folly?
If I stand there, I saw him.
Aye, for shame.
The time has been that, when the brains were out, the man would die, and there be an end. But now they rise, with 20 mortal murders on their crown. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Here I'll sit down, give me some wine, fill full. I drink to the general joy of the table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss, would he were here. To all in him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
Avaunt, and quit my sight! Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes that thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other who can spoil the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare take any shape but that, and my firm nerve shall never tremble. Or be alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I'd have it, then protest me the baby of a girl. Oh, hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence! Or so, being gone, I'm a man again. Pray you sit still.
You have displaced with mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and overcome us like a summer's cloud, without our special wonder? You make me strange how I think you can behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby in your cheeks when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
Kind good night to all.
will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, trees to speak. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning.
How sayst thou the Macbeth denies himself at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow to the weird sisters. I am in blood stepped in so far that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as gore.
You lack the season of all natures, sleep.
Come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are but young indeed.
Did you dare to trade a traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death, and I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was not called to bear my part or share the glory of our art? But make amends now. Get thee gone, and at the pit of Acheron meet me in the morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, your charms and everything beside. I'll raise such artificial sprites as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear.
Come! Let's make haste! She'll soon be back again!
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which can interpret farther. Only, I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied on Macbeth. Married, he was dead. And the right valley Banquo walked too late. Whom you may say, if it pleased you, Fleance killed. For Fleance fled.
Men must not walk too late.
But who cannot want the thought of how monstrous it was for Malcolm and Donalbain to kill their gracious father?
Damn it, fact.
How it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not straight impious razor to delinquents tear that were the slaves of drink and in the thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done?
Because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan lives in the English court. Thither Macduff, so far away from his beloved wife and child, has gone to pray the holy king upon his aid, to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward. And this report, it so exasperates the king that he prepares for some attempt of war. Oh, some holy angel, fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this suffering country.
I'll send my prayers.
Thrice and once the hedge big wide.
Cry, sister!
shall mend your pains, and everyone shall share the gains. And now about the cauldron sing like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret, black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name!
I conjure you! Oh, by that which you profess, how are you come to know it? Answer me! Even till destruction sing and answer me to what I ask you!
Speak, Dumbo! Say no that's from the earth from our mouths or from our masters!
Call him! Let me see him!
Am I alone thyself and know his deadly show?
Tell me, no unknown power!
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou naught. Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Beware, Macduff! Beware the Thane of Fife!
Dismiss me! Enough!
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast taught my fear right, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. He is another more potent than the first.
Macbeth! 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 And I 3 years I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For none of woman born shall harm Macbeth!
Good Macduff, what need I fear of thee? And yet, I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live that I may tell out fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. Oh! What is this? It rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow the rounded top of sovereignty.
Listen, but speak not to it!
Macbeth shall never vanquish thee until great born on wood to high guns and a hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest? Bid the tree unfix its earthbound root. Sweet Goldman's good. Rebellious dead rise never till the wood of Burnham rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature. Pay his breath with time and mortal custom. Yet, my heart wants to know one more thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. What is this noise?
Show! 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 Show his eyes and grieve his heart! Come the shadows so depart!
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo! Down! Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs! Thy other gold brow is like the first! A second like the former! Filthy hags, why do you show me this? A third, starred eyes! And yet, the next appears, which bears a glass that shows me many more. And some I see twofold balls and treble scepters carrying. Oh, horrible sight! Now I know 'tis true, for the blood bolter Banquo smiles at me and points at them for theirs. Come in without them. Where are they? Gone. Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it that came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring word. Macduff has fled to England. Fled to England? Aye, my good lord.
Time, thou anticipates my dread exploits. From this moment on, the firstlings of my heart be the firstlings of my hand. The castle of Macbeth I will surprise, seize upon Weil, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool, this deed I'll do before my purpose cool.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom, to leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He craves the natural touch. Even the poor and the most diminutive of birds will fight her young ones in the nest against the owl.
I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. And we seek rumor of what we fear, but know not what we fear. Things at their worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin. Blessings upon you.
Fathered he is, yet he is fatherless.
I would be so much a fool to stay longer. It would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father is dead. What will you do? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What? With worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean. And so do they. My father's not dead for all you're saying.
Aye, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
You'll buy him to sell him again.
Thou speakst with all thy wit, and yet I faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And the all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for the liars and swearers must beat the honest men.
Oh, God help thee, poor monkey. How wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you would not, it were a good sign I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler. How thou talks.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not too known. Though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here. Hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse, you were felt cruelty which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you both. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But then I remember I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometimes accounted dangerous folly. So why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified, where such as thou may find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shaggy villain!
What, you egg?
No! No!
Surprise, treacherous!
Yes! Guilty mother! No! Run away, I pray you! No! 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 Murder! Murder! No!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men, bestride our downfall and birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face that it resounds, as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dolor.
What I believe, I'll wail. What no believe, and what I can redress as I shall find the time to friend, I will. And what you said, it may be so, perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each day a new gash is added to her wounds. I think with all there would be hands uplifted in my ears. And here from gracious singing of I offer of goodly thousands.
See who comes here.
My countryman, yet I know him not.
Oh, my ever-gentle cousin, welcome hither.
I know him now. Good God, but times remove the means that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. Cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile. Where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made, not marked, where modern sorrow seems a violent ecstasy. The dead man's knell is scarce asked for who, and good men's lives expire for the flowers in their caps dying, or ere they sicken.
Oh, relation, too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of his hour's age doth hiss the speaker, each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace.
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a fool of your speech. How goes it?
When I came hither to transport the tidings, which I've heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witness the rather, for I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time for help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort. We are coming thither. A gracious England hath lent us good seaward and 10,000 men, an older and better soldier, none that Christendom gives out.
Would that I could answer this comfort with the like. But I have words that should be howled out into the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause, or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it contains some general woe, though the main part pertains to you. Alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly let me have it!
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them of the cruelest sound they ever yet heard.
I guess not.
Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner were on the quarry of these murdered deer, to add to the death of you.
Merciful heaven. What would that man... Never pull your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words, the grief that does not speak whispers the overfraught heart and bids it break.
My children too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be
My
found,
wife
I have
too.
said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones, did you say all? Oh, God. All. What all my pretty ones in their dam in one fell swoop.
Dispute it, like a man.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things that were most precious to me. Would heaven look on and would not take their part. Sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee. Not that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine fell slaughter on their souls. And the rest of them.
Be this the whetstone to your grief. Let grief convert to anger, blood out the heart, enrage
Oh,
it.
I could play the woman with mine eyes and braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring now this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's line, set him, and if he escape, heaven forgive him too.
His tune goes, man. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long, it never finds the day!
I have for 2 nights watched with you and can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field. I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
Great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effect of the watching. In this slumbering agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after. Though here she comes. This is her very guise, upon my life fast asleep. Observe her. Stand close.
How came she by that night?
Why, it stood by her. She is light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have known her to continue in this quarter for an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Oh, she speaks.
Ouch, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and afeard? What need we fear? Who knows it when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
What that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to, you have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. This I'm sure of. Heaven knows what she is known.
Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh.
What a sign is there. The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
This disease is beyond my practice, yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep, who have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown, I tell you yet again. Banglo's buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
When is she the divine, then the physician? God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. Think, but dare not speak.
Good night. Good doctor.
The English power is near. Led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macbeth.
Near Burnham Wood shall we meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Donald may be with his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. There's Seward's son, and many unrough youths that even now protest their first to manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hating do call it a valiant fury.
Now does he feel his secret murders sticking to his hands? Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, and all that is within does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on to meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's blood each drop of us.
So much as it needs to do the sour flower and drown the weeds, make we our march towards Burnham.
Yeah!
Bring me no more reports! Let them fly all! Till Burnham Wood remove to Dunsinane I cannot take with fear. Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes. Mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon, where got'st thou that goose look?
There is 10,000.
Geese, villain!
Soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and o'erred thy fear, thou lily-livered boy! What soldiers batch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks are counselors to fear. What soldiers wait they?
The English force, so please you.
Take thy face hence! Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever, or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the seer. And such things that should accompany old age is honor, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my sword.
It is not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out more horses, skirr the country round, hang those that talk of fear. Give me my sword. Doctor, how does your patient?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind disease? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow? Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs, oh none of it! Come, give me my sword. Satan, send out. Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, purge it to some sound and pristine health, I should applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. What purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hear'st thou of them?
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham would come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, prophet again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins! I hope the days are near at hand the chambers will be safe.
We doubt nothing. What wood is this before us? The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bow, and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host, and make discovery ere reporting us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other, but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will endure our setting down before it.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and put we on industrious soldiership for Scotland!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here, let them lie till famine and the ague eat them up. What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I had almost forgotten the taste of fears. The time has been that my senses would have cooled to hear such a night shriek, and my fellow pair would at a dismal treatise stir and rouse as life were in it. I have supped full with horrors. Direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out! Out! Brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard from no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou comes to use thy tongue. Thy story quickly.
Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I stood my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me endure your wrath if not be so, but within this 3 mile may you see it coming, I say. A moving grove.
If thou speakst false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive till famine claim thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I begin to pull in resolution and doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham Wood comes to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes toward Dunsinane. If this which he avouches does appear, there is no flying hence, nor tarrying here. I begin to grow weary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now and done. Arm. On and out! Ring the alarm bell! Blow a wind! Comrade! At least we'll die with honors on our backs!
Now, Iliana, throw down your leafy screens and shout like those you are! You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macbeth and we shall take upon us what else remains to do, according to our order.
Fare you well. Do we but find the tyrant's power tonight? Let us be beaten if we cannot fight!
Make all our trumpets speak! Give them all breath! Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death!
They have tied me to the stake. I cannot fly, but bear-like, I must fight the course. Was he not born of woman? Such a man am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
I'll be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou call'st thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrant! With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speakst!
Thou wast born of woman, but swords I smile at, weapons laughed to scorn, brandished by man who's of woman born.
That way the noise is. Tyrant, show thy face! If thou beest slain by no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts shall haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched curtains whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword's unbattered edge I sheathe again, undeeded. Let me find him fortune and more, I beg not.
This way, my lord! The castle's gently rendered. The tyrant's foes on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day almost itself professes yours. Little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir! The castle!
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword, whilst I see lives the gashes do better upon them?
Turn, hellhound! Turn.
Of all men else I have avoided thee, but get thee back! My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword, thou bloodier villain, than terms can give thee out.
Thou losest labor, as easy mayst thou the entrenching air with thy keen-bladed breast, as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to man, of woman born.
Spare thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from her mother's womb untimely ripped, for manhood could be reached.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed, that palter with us in a double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
And yield thee! Coward! It lived to be the
stone gaze of the time. I'll have thee as our rare monsters are, painted upon a pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield. To kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, than to be baited with the rabble's curse. No burden or do come to Dun's name, and thou opposed, being born woman. Yet I will try the last. Before my body, I throw my warlike shield. Lay on Macbeth, and damned be him that first cries hold. Enough. Ah!
Would the friends we miss were safe for all.
Some must go off. And yet, by these I see, so great a day as this is cheaply bought.
Worthy Macbeth is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, but no sooner had his prowess confirmed in unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
And he's dead?
Aye, and carted off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Why then, old soldier be he. So conquer with him! Here comes new a comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art.
Yeah!
Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which will be planted newly with the time, is calling home our exiled friends abroad, and fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who as 'tis thought, by self and violent hands, took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform, in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one whom we invite to see us crowned as Scone! Hail!
Glory to Scotland!
Scotland!
God!
He's dead.
King Malcolm. Onward,
Scone! 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 King Malcolm!